Hey, this is Don Kryptonium. It is the alpha time because I, Don Kryptonium, give you alpha. The others give you information. They give you hot gems to buy so they can sell. But I give you alpha, and today we are going to discuss what's going on with the crypto alpha. You know, Bitcoin go up, Ethereum go up, altcoins go up. So what's going on here? Let's think, because I've been giving alpha for 2 years and I don't want to stop giving alpha. So make sure, smash the like button so you can learn some really juicy alpha. And I'm looking at the coin gecko. You know, many people like this page, low gas fee as of now, only 17 GUI, which means very quiet time. But what interesting thing I want to focus on is the Bitcoin dominance, because it is now at 47.9%. So let's open this. So as you look, usually before the bull markets, the Bitcoin dominance is high. You know, it dropped in September 2020, then it went up even to 70% in January 2021. You know, Bitcoin was having dominance at 70%. And then it flew to the altcoins, right? And we get this massive bull market. And then, of course, dominance dropped to like 38%. And it was around 40% for a very long time. And finally, since the November 2022, as the Bitcoin dominance was at 36%, it's going up. And this is a very good sign, because it means all the shit projects slowly getting flushed. The liquidity from the shit evaporating while Bitcoin is holding. Even more, the liquidity actually goes into the Bitcoin on the recent news about the Bitcoin ETFs being established. So what is going on? Only Bitcoin should pump, but we see other things pumping. You know, Bitcoin and Ethereum, because these two are not considered security. But you need to be careful about the altcoins. I would say be careful about the altcoins, because the altcoins are pegged with the Bitcoin and Ethereum. So you can see the Bitcoin outperforms, while altcoins are going up as well, because there's a lot of liquidity bonded to these major assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum. It doesn't really mean that there is new flow of money into Cosmos and others projects. It only means that the Bitcoin go up. You know, so this is very important. So as we speak about the Bitcoin, you know, because it seems Bitcoin is important, because we learned that a lot of proof of stake chains, no bueno, you know, bad governance, the DAOs no good, not as censorship resistant. So we saw through the last bull market, through all the grift, that, hey, maybe Bitcoin makes sense. So now I want to see projects that utilize Bitcoin, okay? And here we go to the first project, that is Babylon Chain. And the Babylon Chain is really difficult to make video about because this is so complicated. So maybe I simply will link the Babylon vision, because this gives you a simple answer, but I want to give you some alpha on this video. So it says that Babylon already on the testnet secure a lot of Cosmos chains. So what is the security? Is the stamping? Is it correct? It allows the blockchains to shorten down bonding time. So in Cosmos, it's around 21 days, you know, thanks to this Bitcoin security, because we know Bitcoin is secure, this unbonding time can be lowered. How it benefits, the blockchains pay the small fee, and the fee is very small because the transaction could be like, it's like one is at 40 minutes, one is at 30 minutes, whatever, right? It doesn't have to be every single block. So this is very cheap. These transactions go then to the Babylon stakers, and I believe part maybe goes to the Bitcoin stakers. I'm not fully aware of that yet, but I would imagine, yeah, because, you know, as they mine, it's blocks. So they actually do make money, but they're not really heavily incentivized. So I wonder how it will be solved. And we learn that the Cosmos is the first step, right? Because this security could be used for Polygon, you know, because now Ethereum is proof of stake. So maybe not ideal. For BNB, for Polkadot, for Solana, for Aptos, they surely are in touch, because this is interesting concept that no one ever really solved before, and this is the first time it is being solved. So if we get adoption of many chains, let's imagine the blockchains that go into hundreds, billions of dollars in value and are secured by the Bitcoin that now stands at $600 billion of the value, is proof of work, censorship resistance, allow those blockchain to shorten the unbonding time. It makes all systems efficient. And for that, Babylon gets rewarded with small fee from each of this chain, making financial incentive, I guess, for Babylon stakers, right? But yeah, need to talk more about the how it benefits Bitcoin mining, but obviously it brings more activity, hence it also benefits the miners. That's what I would understand. So to break it down, what they do. So as I said, timestamp events of other blockchains onto Bitcoin, right? So you have each 6-second blocks or even 1-second blocks, but every 40 minutes you have timestamp of the Bitcoin confirming this is the chain. So the exploit this is the right chain, not the fork of the chain, right? So the exploit will not happen. I guess we don't have to understand exactly how it works. We are just the retail. So as I said, it will allow for shortened time of unbonding from weeks to today or maybe even hours. Reduced cost of security, because let's say if you borrow security from other proof of stake chains, you require a full node, right? And it goes with every block. But this cost is very small because if the whole blockchain, right, is secured by just one stamp of transaction, like there is one block secured every 40 minutes, the cost is very low, I hope it's not too low, and I don't think it has to be too low, because that's also very important. What I would add, some would say it could be maybe tens. It doesn't have to be low; it has to be competitive, right? So even quite likely, if we go even into hundreds of dollars per hour, that's not big expenditure for the blockchain that is large. Cross-chain security, obviously, it can secure many chains. So it's like Bitcoin. Then the Babylon is at the center, securing all the other chains, and of course, bootstrapping the new chain. So this is great blockchain that brings the security of the stable asset, the asset that is commodity now, that is not considered as security. It's highly secure and resistant. So it's interesting to see that the blockchains that actually try to think how they can bring the benefit of Bitcoin to other chains. And I think this is great. That's why I think interesting concept, okay? The other is, of course, Namik. And I'm sharing the Namik. First of all, I want to shield my own node. So if you have Namik, you must stake with the Don Kryptonium, which has the commission on it at 1%. The best deal ever. The other one that's worth to stake is Stake and Relax, because they always bring the information on Namik. So consider that, because it's heavily centralized. So Namik is the bridge that is secured by the set of validators, okay? This is like test account. And so imagine I have one Bitcoin, right? I want to bridge it to Cosmos, but not wrapped. That's less secure. Bridge it to Cosmos, secure by a set of validators, and have the NBTC in Cosmos. I paid a small transaction fee, small bridging fee, and this bridging fee goes to the validators. And that incentivizes people to essentially buy the Namik tokens and stake them, because they receive the Satoshis, right? So it's mutual benefits. And we know that blockchain like Kujira wants to use Bitcoin in their protocol. So before, I didn't think maybe it's great, but we also learned that bonding to inflationary tokens, it's not sustainable. It kills the whole chain. It kills the price. So Bitcoin might be interesting to use in the DeFi protocols, not only for bonding. Bonding is once, but for borrowing against Bitcoin. And this is why I think Namik can, despite being very low key right now, can be very interesting player, because there is already this certain financial model implemented into Namik, that it shares the revenue, the bridging costs is shared to the stakers, and the Bitcoin is great to actually borrow against, to bond. It's better than any other coin to do that, and I think everyone agrees. So this is why I'm waiting. It's been very quiet, and many people think, is it still ongoing? But there was news that Namik actually looking for employees. So they continue working, and it's okay for me to wait. Still, nothing really happens. So we don't need Namik right now. We need Namik that is secure and finally give us alternative to unsustainable inflationary tokenomics, so we can finally in Cosmos build a DeFi that is more sustainable. Once again, like, hey, do you stake with binary holdings? Delegate to Don Kryptonium. I like Polka True, so I will not say. Do you stake with Imperator? Stake with Don Kryptonium. Do you stake with Stake Lab? Stake with Don Kryptonium. Do you stake with Golden Ratio? Help me. I'm not gonna ask. Do you stake with Citadel 1? Stake with Don Kryptonium. Do you stake with Whisper Node? Stake with Don Kryptonium. And it go all the ways down to the top 35, okay? I want to see Don Kryptonium node in top 10. So here is the alpha. Think simple. Don't overcomplicate things. Simple. Bitcoin, Cosmos DeFi. Bitcoin, security of Cosmos chains, right? Bitcoin, borrow against. Get Atom, liquid stake Atom. Yield. Think simple. With that, Don Kryptonium's out. Till the next time.